However, the rumors got stronger all over again during their vacation, but there was no time to focus on it. See, while Rocky was heading back to the States after their getaway, things took a wild turn. He was arrested at LAX the moment his plane touched down. The arrest was tied to a 2021 incident where he allegedly fired a gun at his former friend, ASAP Rocky. Thankfully, no one was killed in the shooting, though one man was reportedly grazed by a bullet. Still, the police had been investigating the case for a while and had enough evidence to move in as soon as he landed. It was a serious situation, and definitely not the welcome home moment anyone was expecting. The case finally got settled last month, so that's over and done with. But at the time, while it was messy, it certainly helped to end the new cheating allegations. However, that did not last long because he was hit with yet another cheating scandal. According to the Daily Mail, ASAP Rocky had been exposed for allegedly cheating on Rihanna again, and this time there was said to be some actual proof backing it up. Unlike the previous cheating rumors, which involved someone from Rihanna's inner circle, this situation took a completely different turn. This time, it wasn't a friend or a celebrity. It was a 45-year-old woman named Jilly O'Donnell, a mother of 3, who came forward with claims that she and Rocky had been talking and flirting for quite some time. According to Jill, their communication had allegedly been going on for several months, starting all the way back in 2021. The Sun ran with the story, and according to them, Jilly revealed that Rocky had first reached out to her on Instagram. She said it happened in December 2021, and from there, the messages between them apparently became flirtatious very quickly. The way she told it, Rocky was coming on strong, and the two kept in touch up until just the month before the story broke. What made the whole situation even more surprising was that Jilly claimed she had no idea who he was when he first contacted her. She allegedly didn't recognize the name or realize that she was talking to Rihanna's man, let alone a famous rapper. Jilly spoke openly about the situation, saying she was shocked when she eventually figured out who he was. She even shared some of the alleged messages with the media, suggesting that their conversations weren't just casual. They had a clear flirtatious tone that was kind of weird. The timing of it all made the situation even messier, especially since it lined up with Rihanna's pregnancy and their growing family. The whole thing had fans side-eyeing Rocky hard and questioning whether the seemingly solid relationship between him and Rihanna was as stable as it appeared on the outside. Honestly, I find it pretty hard to believe that Jilly truly had no idea who ASAP Rocky was. I mean, let's be real, he wasn't some underground artist with a handful of fans. By that point, Rocky had been a major figure in music and fashion for years. He'd walked high-profile runways, collaborated with major brands, and his music had charted all over the place. Not to mention, his relationship with Rihanna had been front and center in the media for months, if not longer. You couldn't scroll through social media or turn on a TV without seeing a picture of the two of them together or reading a headline about their relationship. And here's the thing. If someone with a verified account and nearly 20 million followers slid into my DMs, most people would have definitely taken a minute to look them up. It's just natural curiosity, especially when that kind of celebrity attention comes out of nowhere. So the idea that she responded to his messages and kept talking to him without doing a quick Google search, that part just didn't add up. To be clear, I'm not trying to attack Jill or place all the blame on her. If what she said was true and they really did have some kind of ongoing thing, then Rocky was just as guilty, if not more so, because he was the one in a committed relationship with Rihanna. But what doesn't quite add up is the whole narrative that she didn't know who he was. That seemed like a stretch. I could understand her being flattered, caught off guard, even swept up in the moment. Who wouldn't be? But pretending to be completely unaware of his identity, especially with how public his relationship was, yeah, that was a little hard to swallow. She then admitted that she had asked her kids several weeks after this, and they told her that he was Rihanna's boyfriend and that she found it funny. They kept texting, and at a point, he invited her to fly to Ukraine to see him. According to the messages, he said, "I'm down. Would you be down to meet me in Ukraine if I sort it out? I could arrange for you to be there when I get there." She then replied, "I can't get to Ukraine, haha. I can't even afford Christmas after lockdown last year. Plus, the Prime Minister is a fat, useless man, so no one is allowed anywhere." You should come here. Ukraine sounds freezing. Rocky then replied and said, What? You guys can't travel anywhere? That sucks. I'm freezing my effing balls off. The gym here is beautiful, though. Man, I got so fat in the past week. Wish we could have worked out. Now, we don't know how true or not this is, but what's really interesting is that this still wasn't the last cheating allegation. Last year, he was accused of cheating on Rihanna with rapper City. A blind item revealed just how messy the situation was, saying, These two Cali-born rapper lovers, YG and City, who recently got in trouble with the law, are not too happy with each other. And now one of them is out for blood, as he's been hearing the sweet tea all over LA about how she gets around town, from talking dirty to one A-list singer to flirting with her ex-lover, producer Quavo, and creeping with a permanent A-list. Foreign-born singer's baby daddy, A$AP Rocky. Like a savage, he's quickly seeing that this icy girl has no specific type and isn't interested in being wifey anytime soon. Jilly, a hot mess. The more he gets accused of cheating, the more suspicious he looks. And with these new allegations, well, let's just say that he looks very sus indeed. Anywho, I want to know how y'all feel about this, so drop your thoughts in the comments and then check out this next video. But we're not done yet because now the legal mess begins. Scrappy signed that birth certificate. Legally, he's still considered the father, which means, yes, you guessed it, he's on the hook for child support. Even though biologically, it ain't his baby. Word is, his legal team is preparing to file a motion to reverse paternity, citing fraud, emotional distress, and misrepresentation. One legal expert said on a morning radio show, if Scrappy plays this right, he could sue Shakira, and possibly even Rayface for damages, especially if it can be proven they knew the truth and kept it hidden. Lawsuits, court battles, custody questions, reputation disasters. Boss, this story just keeps climbing higher. And the fall? Oh, it's going to hurt. But trust me, the final explosion hasn't even hit yet. Because behind the scenes, another secret is brewing. Another name is being whispered, and this time it might take down everything. Just when you thought this scandal couldn't get any uglier, darker, or more shocking, reality hits you with another sucker punch. Because boss, Rayface might not be the end of this twisted paternity saga. No. What's coming next doesn't. Just rewrite the story. It tears it apart completely. Because now the whispers say there might be yet another man in the picture. Another name, another betrayal. And this time, it might be the one that ends Shakira's entire public life for good. Let's back up for a second. Where were we? Oh, right, the court. Scrappy's legal team had officially filed a motion to have his name removed from the baby's birth certificate, citing emotional fraud and intentional deception. The filing hit the blogs within minutes. TMZ, The Shade Room, Hollywood Unlocked. All of them had screenshots. Scrappy's lawyers claimed that Shakira knowingly lied about the child's paternity, causing irreparable emotional and reputational harm, and that she manipulated Scrappy into signing legal documents under false pretenses. Boom, that's fraud. And if a judge agrees, she could be looking at serious consequences not just in family court, but criminal charges too. Meanwhile, Rayface was still trying to save face. No pun intended. He posted a selfie with the caption, "Growth is painful, but truth is freeing. Brew, shut up." The comments tore him to pieces. One fan said, "Truth ain't freeing when you lied your way into someone else's family." Another wrote, "You need to be growing in court, not on Instagram." But it wasn't just the fans coming for him. Bambi was silent no more. She showed up at a red carpet event, solo, wearing all black, looking like she came to bury a man, not date. Paparazzi swarmed her. One reporter yelled, "Is it true Rayface cheated with Shakira?" Bambi just gave the camera a smirk and said, "Karma is punctual," and walked away. Cold, boss-level energy. Now here's where it gets worse. A new set of DMs leaked screenshots from Shakira's old account, now deactivated, showing flirty messages, not just with Rayface, but with a well-known Atlanta music producer. And not just any producer, we're talking about a married man with power, money, and a reputation for mentoring young talent in the industry. One source told a gossip outlet, Shakira was playing chess. While the whole world was focused on Scrappy and Rayface, she had something going on with this dude behind the scenes. Everyone knew, But no one said anything, because he got real power. In Atlanta. Then it dropped. Security footage, blurry late-night hotel lobby. A man, allegedly the married producer, meeting Shakira at the elevator. She's wearing a hoodie and sunglasses. He pulls her in for a hug. They go up together, alone. The date on the footage, 2 weeks before the Rayface hotel receipt. Let that sink in. 2 men, same time period, same pregnancy window. Now fans were asking, what if even Shakira doesn't know who the real father is? What if Rayface was just a convenient name to drop to avoid the bigger scandal of being involved with a married industry heavyweight? Scrappy went live again, not yelling this time, not crying, just sitting cold and quiet. He said, "You ever think you got played? Like really played? Like the kind of lie that rewrites your whole life? That's what I'm living in right now. And to be honest, I don't know who I'm mad at anymore, her, Rayface, or myself for believing it." The comments were brutal, supportive, heartbroken. Some fans even launched a coward Justice for Scrappy campaign. Others demanded the show's producers fire Shakira immediately. The network? Silent. But behind the scenes, they were in chaos. Ratings had never been higher, but so was the risk. Sponsors, they were threatening to pull out. Executives were scrambling to clean up the storyline for the next season. One producer was overheard saying, "We can't air all this, it's a legal minefield, but we can't ignore it either. This is what the fans are watching for." Meanwhile, Shakira vanished. No posts, no lives, no statements, just silence. And in the court of public opinion, silence is guilt. Her once loyal fan base turned on her like wolves. Even the influencers who used to defend her began deleting their collaborations. And Rayface, he tried one last move. He posted a picture of himself with a Bible verse in the caption, "He who is without sin, cast the first stone." But fans weren't buying it. Someone commented, "Don't use Jesus to cover your trash." Another said, "The only stone we're throwing is at your career." At this point, it felt like everyone involved had taken a hit except Bambi. That's when she made her move. She dropped a 10-minute YouTube video titled, "My Side of the Story." In it, she calmly broke down the entire timeline, her relationship with Rayface, how they met, how he started acting off around the time of Shakira's pregnancy, how she confronted him about the rumors and he denied everything, and then how she found the truth online just like the rest of us. Imagine being with someone, loving them, defending them, and finding out on a gossip blog that they fathered a baby behind your back, not just with anyone, but with someone you used to film scenes with, someone you had to smile at for the camera. That's the pain y'all don't see. Her tears were real, her voice cracked, and the internet crowned her the queen of composure. The video hit 1 million views in a day. Comments flooded in support, sympathy, applause. Even celebrities reposted it, calling her a real one and praising her maturity. But then came the final blow. Shakira resurfaced not with a statement, but with a lawyer. She went on a morning show flanked by legal counsel and said, "I understand the pain I've caused. I'm not proud of it, but I want to make one thing clear. I did not deceive anyone intentionally. The timeline is complicated. Yes, I made mistakes, but I'm not a villain. I'm a woman who was scared, confused, and hurt." The lawyer added, they were preparing a defamation suit against multiple online personalities who had, in their words, distorted facts and endangered her safety. The backlash was immediate. Fans weren't having it. Shakira was trying to play the victim after setting fire to half the cast's lives. One fan commented, "You caused a storm and now you're mad it's raining." But deep down, everyone knew this was the end. Scrappy announced he was taking a break from filming to focus on healing. Rayface was practically exiled from the public. Bambi was on a glow-up tour, booked and busy. Shakira was radioactive, her future uncertain. The baby, the child at the center of it all, now caught in the mess of adult lies, legal battles, and viral headlines. And that's the saddest part of all. Because while the internet loves a scandal, it forgets the fallout. So, boss, what have we learned here? That loyalty is rare, that clout costs more than fame can afford, and that when the truth finally comes out, it doesn't set people free, it sets everything on fire. And yet there are still whispers, still screenshots, still unanswered questions. Was the married producer really the father? Was Shakira covering up a bigger lie? And if this scandal started with one DNA test, how many more secrets are still hiding in the shadows? One thing's for sure, this ain't over. It's just getting started. So now you know, the confession wasn't just about Rayface. It wasn't just about Scrappy getting played or Bambi getting blindsided. This was a domino effect of betrayal. A twisted reality show within a reality show, and every single player got burned. Shakira confessed, Scrappy snapped, Rayface folded, Bambi rose. And somewhere in the middle of all this chaos, the truth slipped out like a scream in the night. Nobody was innocent. But here's the question we're leaving you with. Was Shakira telling the whole truth? Or was Rayface just the scapegoat to cover up something darker? Was the married producer really involved? And who's protecting who in this circus of lies, love, and legacy? Because if this is what happens when one DNA test drops, imagine what happens when another name gets leaked. Imagine if there's a second test, another man, another cover-up. This isn't just drama, it's destruction, and the fallout isn't over. Not for Scrappy, not for Bambi, not for the child, and definitely not for Shakira. So now it's your turn. Sound off in the comments. Who do you think is really the father? Was Rayface guilty or just another pawn in Shakira's game? Is this a case of a woman caught in a lie or something way more calculated? Smash that like button if you think Scrappy deserved better. Drop a comment if you think this is just the beginning. And don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell. Because the next scandal, oh, it's already boiling. This was messy. This was raw. And this was real fake news. Stay tuned, stay sharp. And remember, in this world, the truth doesn't just hurt, it ruins careers. Cheers.